Welcome to today's recap. Yesterday we analyzed the semifinal game between Magnus and Noderberg. Today Magnus made a very safe draw with black pieces, and the main action happened in the second semifinal between Levon, Aronian and Fabiano, Caruana. So yesterday Levon won his first game with white pieces, but today Fabiano was playing with white and he needed to win the game. And here I start with their first game for today. I mean, there were in total 6 games played only today. So one classical game Fabiano needed to win, and then 2 rapid, 2 blitz, and Armageddon. So let's start with this one. We'll go through this real quick. So d4, d5, f3, g6, knight d3, trying to go to c5, e5, take control over the central squares, g3, f5, knight f2, bishop h6, attacking the rook, f4. Now you see this square is a very weak square, so yeah, knight goes to e4, this knight goes to e5, knight e4, takes, queen e1, takes, c5, rook d1, a4, rook c7, queen a5. You see, FABI starts creating some attacking chances here. So he plays bishop c5, queen c6, rook d8, bishop c8, bishop e3. So he's saying, take my pawn, I don't care. And the point is, FABI doesn't care, because Levon's king is very bad. This bishop doesn't do anything, while this bishop on e3 is just looking towards this king. And basically only if Levon plays like e6, bishop f8, bishop c5 or something like that, but that's not possible in this position. Now rook c1 is also threatened, so FABI has a lot of deadly threats, absolutely deadly threats. b6 is played, queen a6, this bishop is pinned, Levon can take, queen c6, rook d1. So now I assume FABI wants to just like double rooks on d-file and maybe sacrifice at some point. And he also needs to activate this bishop as well. Queen a6, king a3, rook c6, a5. So now the point is, let's say b takes a5, queen b5. And the game is almost over. Like, the position is just completely lost. So FABI is just shaking black's defense here. Rook e8, takes, rook c4, queen b5, king c7, and now FABI plays rook d6. And the point is, e takes d6. FABI obviously can take first, but he decided to sacrifice the bishop. A takes, queen b6, king d7, rook, queen d8 first, I forgot, king c6, now rook e6, bishop bishop f8, now rook d6, bishop d6, queen d6, and Levon resigned in this position because king b5, queen b6, and king b7 loses the same way, queen b6, checkmate. So this was the first game, and FABI made it to tiebreaks. And in tiebreaks, it was an absolute madness. So in the first game, 10 plus 2, we have this position on the board. And here, FABI is, I mean, not absolutely winning, it's not clear, but he has a huge advantage according to Stockfish. And as you can see, he has this c passed pawn. And I mean, it looked like FABI is going to win this game and take an advantage in this match. But he played rook b8. And the point is, this is the meme. Bishop from 10,000 miles away. So, and soon Levon easily converted it. Easily converted this. So here FABI resigned, and in the second game, again he needed to strike back, and he did it in this position in their second rapid game in the semifinals. Levon resigned because he has no moves. Rook f8 is threatening, there are no checks for black. White are completely winning, and they're coming to blitz portion, 5+2. And what's interesting, they're getting new position every single game. Let's say in first classical game, Levon played with white pieces, they have one position, in the next game they have another position, and in all tiebreak games they have different position in each single game. Imagine how difficult it is for them. There is no theory, there is nothing, they're playing on their own. It's actually really tough, and I can't imagine like a player like me play against those monsters this chess, because you have to analyze, you have to have like good analytical skills, good analyzing skills. So in the blitz portion, again, Fabi now takes a lead. In the first game he won with black pieces, and in the next game is where all the drama happened. So in this position, it's absolutely equal position. Fabi was even winning like few moves before. Somewhere in this position he had +2 advantage here, +3 after rook f7. He's completely winning, and he would have made it to finals against Magnus, but not so fast, because c7, rook h8, and here Fabi blundered rook again by playing rook b7. And I mean, I saw a live stream at this moment, and I was shocked, because nobody could understand why Fabi lost, and his heart rate reached 170, which is absolutely insane. And now the Armageddon game comes. So Fabi with black and Levon with white pieces. Knight g3, f6, f4, g5, b4, b6, bishop d4 is played, knight d6, e3, bishop e6, bishop h5 check, which is quite an interesting move. Knight f7, knight e2, but basically Levon wanted to develop with the tempo. He checked, I mean g6 doesn't really matter, can go back, then go knight e2, same thing. Castle, d3, bishop d7, castle, rook c8, threatening c5, bishop f3, c5 is played, takes, bishop b2, bishop b6, c4, which is a mistake, bishop c6, takes, e4, c4, discover check, and now this is threatening. And after king h1, bishop b7, e5, c takes e3, it turns out that e takes d6 doesn't work, because check here comes first, and black are completely winning. So Fabi is already up a pawn. Knight d4, knight c4, and knight e6 is a blunder. Levon should have played knight f5, and in this position sacrifice the bishop, which would lead to some complex stuff here, but at least it is something interesting. And I'm not saying, I mean, Levon is down on time, and finding this is probably very tough, because still, practically you have like, you're down a piece. Yeah, you have some counterplay, but it's not that clear. So what happened was knight e6, bishop f3, rook f3, knight d2. Now knight is forking both rooks. Rook d3, knight d1, queen b1, rook f e8. Let's say in this position they take. The point is rook c2. This is being attacked. This is still under attack. And the point is rook f3, protecting this. We go knight d2. And if knight go back, we take and we win the game. So knight b1, rook e8, takes, knight g7. So, I mean, Levon started sacrificing his pieces. He is 50 seconds at this point. Fabi is at 22 seconds. King g7, knight h5. And this is practically his like best chance to try and win this game. Though the computer says it's -4. In this tie breaks, we saw some crazy blunders, and it could easily happen in this game to Fabi as well. So rook e2 is played, rook g3, king e7, h4, rook c2, trying to go for this. So now this is threatening, and rook j8 checkmate. So, I mean, let's say like h5 or something, queen d7 and checkmate. So, yeah, anything happens still. Rook b2, king f8, knight f6, king f7. So at this point, Fabi just starts, okay, because if he draws this game, he wins the match. Because he was down a minute in the beginning. Here, Levon has only 6 seconds, Fabi has 35. So now Fabi just needs to hold these 6 seconds and not blunder any checkmates, which he does without any problems. Queen c8, and here Levon Aronian resigned, and we have final match. Magnus Carlsen versus Fabiano Caruana. Even without any theory, those guys are the best. And let's see what happens next. I'll see you in the next recap after the first final game. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.